Easy action.
I'm your host, Jada Boss, and you're watching Boss Talk TV's Tall Table Discussions, where educated opinions entertain you. And we are going to start with our four panelists introducing themselves with their name and major, starting with...
My name is Sam. I'm an interdisciplinary studies major.
My name is Tina. I'm a kinesiology major.
My name is Nick. I'm also a kinesiology major.
My name is Justin. I'm a public administration major.
Nice projection. Okay, so today's topic, it's almost 2013, which is pretty crazy, right? But we wanted to talk about something everybody was interested in, and that's what are our top artists and albums in 2012 and upcoming artists in 2012. So let's get right into it. What was the song of the year, hands down? Song of the year. Sam?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
It's a difficult.
Tina?
I might-
Difficult?
Can we
I
get a
might have
genre?
one. I might have one.
Okay.
For me, the song of the year was "Adoring" by Miguel.
That was a great song.
That was a great song.
Great
You know,
song.
Classic song right there.
Okay, so that was song of the year for you. Nick, do you have one?
Can we come back to me?
Come back into Nick. You think about that. Sam, do you have one yet?
Oh man.
Tina,
Okay,
I think Tina has one.
I'm not gonna say it's my personal song of the year.
Okay.
But as a whole, I'm gonna have to put it out there. It's so cliche, but the motto was the song of the year.
The motto.
It was.
By Drake.
It really was.
Okay. Well, we got a guy opinion, girl opinion. Let's move on. Do we agree or disagree that Kendrick Lamar was Lyricist of the Year, surpassing people on the ranks of Jay-Z, Nas? You know what I mean? Do you agree?
If we're talking about 2012, then
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. He was definitely the lyricist of the year. Every verse he got on, whether it was the Maybach music track, Rick Ross, or a different verse with Don Kennedy, they were all great. And his own album was great lyrically, so I would put him up there.
Does anyone disagree?
No.
No, not even you, Sam?
I feel like a lot of people think that he's hype right now.
He is.
Um,
I would have to disagree with Lyricist.
but I think that he's on his stuff. You know, like he's on his stuff right now, and I feel like he deserved it for 2012. I mean, if we're gonna take it back 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, no, he's not. But he did his thing this year, and I think that he deserves to be commended.
Okay. Well, we got girls shouting in the back for Kendrick Lamar, apparently. But okay, so who stepped up their game this year? We could also put Kendrick Lamar in that category, but who else stepped their game
This is
up?
gonna be so like
This
off
year.
the top lyricist category, but as far as stepping game up, I
Are you
feel
gonna
like
say Problem?
No, I was gonna say 2 Chainz.
Yes,
He's come a long way.
Titty
A
Boy.
very long
From Titty
way.
Boy, he came a very
From
long way.
Titty
Yeah.
Boy
From Bad
to
Boy.
2 Chainz.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Okay, so we could all agree 2 Chainz. Who else? Like, do you guys think really stepped their game up in the year 2012 as far as music?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say Drake for this reason. He did put out Take Care
Okay.
last year, but it's carried over to this year, and I feel like
That's true.
no song is really getting old on his album. You know, like you can bump his whole album from start to finish. And I feel like there's not a lot of people that can really say that they dislike him as an artist. Maybe as a person, but as an artist, I think that he really stepped it up from his first.
Everybody
his
can
album.
relate to at least one Drake
One.
verse.
That's true, and he did kill all the features he was
Yes,
on.
he did.
He did.
So
Stay scheming. I was like,
Yes,
I was
he
crazy.
stay scheming, right? Okay, so a lot of people have stepped their game up this year. Anybody, as far as women in music, stepped their game up this year? Would you guys say Nicki Minaj?
I'm disappointed in
Yeah.
the women that are representing music right
She
now.
might take a step back. You know?
And she just came out with a song called Freedom,
Okay.
and she
We know that.
she put in her song about people talking about her going mainstream, and kind of saying that she didn't. And I feel like
She is
I
a
felt
lot.
that song. I felt that
Yeah.
song. I feel like that was the real Nicki Minaj. That was deep down rap, but
Right.
she did sell out to mainstream.
She
that
really
wasn't
did.
her.
My-
Doing
my-
starships and all that. That's not.
If you're doing American
Yeah.
Idol, you know, that's always
You
a
sold
crowd
out.
right there.
Now my whole thing thing is, I think Nicki Minaj, as far as stepping up, I think I felt her be her old self on Girl on Fire.
Yes.
Alicia Keys' second verse, not even the first verse, but the second verse. I could say she killed that. The Dear God, can you hear God? That was crazy. Okay, so this one's more of a hard one, but top 5 albums of the year.
Top 5 albums? That's cake right there.
That's cake, huh? All right, so Sam, because you haven't said too much, let's say you first.
Let's say Good Kid, Mad City, Dreams and Nightmares.
Speak up a little too.
Less is More. Based on a true story, just because the 2 Chainz album, just because like from when he started out, he's leaps and bounds past where everybody thought he might be. And then,
All right, so do you want to think about your last
yeah,
one? Okay, so you said it was cake, Nick. Why don't you take it away? Your top 5 albums of 2012.
I pretty much agreed with him except for Dreams and Nightmares.
Okay. What else? We're a little too
Maybe
quiet,
it's not
guys.
cake.
I got my last one.
Sam?
You know, I forgot what it was called, but Nas's album, man.
Life is Good.
Life is
Life
Good,
is
yeah.
Good.
Okay, so Justin, what are your top 5?
I gotta go with Good Kid, Mad City.
Should we start saying also who the artists are?
Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Frank Ocean, Channel Orange.
That
You know,
was clutch.
Kaleidoscope Dream, Miguel. Like he said, Life is Good, Nas. And I'll find a win. I don't know if everybody's gonna agree, but I'm gonna say Believe by Justin Bieber. I love that album. And I'm a J Bieber fan. So
Now, as far as Justin Bieber fans, Tina's also a Justin Bieber fan.
He's fired.
So, who's your top 5?
He's
And why do you like
to
Justin
be
Bieber?
so real. It's literally like the same as Justin's because I mean he put R&B with it as well, you know, not just rap albums. And I feel like, you know, R&B is starting to come back a little bit because of Frank Ocean and Miguel. They started finally, you know, coming through with that.
Right.
And I'm a Justin Bieber fan. Like, you know, he was hyped when he was a little kid and everything, but he's starting to grow into his own. And he's a pop artist, but he's still putting a little bit of an R&B feel on it, and he's staying to
Very true.
himself.
I have to
You know?
add
All
an
right.
album, and Tina's probably gonna judge me because when she plays this music in the car, I'll be like, turn it off. But when I get home by myself, I sing the words. And Taylor Swift,
Killed it.
She
Red
definitely
killed it.
Taylor Swift. I mean, not everybody listens to that, but Taylor Swift definitely did her thing on her album.
Okay, so let's ask this question. Has it been more about rap, hip hop, or R&B this year?
honestly,
As 2012 is concerned.
2012, it's been about
All of it? A
It's-
collective?
R&B
What do you think?
I think R&B kind of fell off and got replaced more by the electric like
Yes, the
EDC
techno.
music, the techno music, which is why you got guys like Flo Rida. You wouldn't consider him a rapper, but he's got a top 40 hit every other week. Usher CD, which I liked a lot, is a lot of techno,
It is a
electronic
lot.
type stuff, and Neo's too. So
I think
you know,
R&B just kind of ran into rap. Like it's a lot of R&B and rap collabs.
Right.
By themselves though.
Yeah.
You know, like Trey Songz is
You got guys like
starting
Trey
to
Songz
rap
rapping.
and Chris
Yeah.
Brown is starting to rap, and I feel like Chris Brown completely is gone from R&B. Like he's completely pop / techno.
Alright, and so would you say that techno music or EDC music or house music is something that came up in 2012 that we can watch for? What do we think? Like, what do you think in 2012 as far as music we can watch for? What do you think, Sam?
I think that there's a purpose, like it serves its purpose. And I'm gonna say this, the reason it's so big is because of the crowd that it attracts. Like, look who listens to it. It's so popular because the people who are going to the clubs, listening to this type of music, they're willing to pay money for the bottles versus like hip hop, where, let's be real, like a hip hop club versus a club that plays EDM. A club playing the EDM, electronic music is gonna make a lot more. The people that go to the hip hop clubs, they car bar, like before they go in, they drink. Like they're like, I'm not gonna spend all that money. Come on.
Well, do you think that EDM music is more influential in the club scene just because you can always move to it. As far as hip hop, it's more of a rap or a sway than house music would be.
Well, I mean,
What do we think,
like,
guys?
right now, like the EDM with words is starting to be a bigger thing. Like, it's been so underground for so long, but just recently, like, it's had a resurgence because of the events like EDC and things that make it really.
You've heard this, you know what I mean? It's been around for years, but now they're actually starting to put lyrics to it. And so now it's starting to become more popular because it's not just, oh, let's play it and vibe to it.
Right.
It's, let's play it and sing along to it.
There's
So
also
it's,
certain people that aren't ever gonna adjust to that. Cause certain people, you know, they need rhythm, they need constant, you know.
Okay, so
People,
kind of getting off the topic of just music and getting back on the topic of artists. What makes an artist the best? Like, if you could say who's the best artist in 2012, who would that be, and what makes them the best artist of 2012?
I think
Tina?
it's somebody that challenges himself.
Okay.
You know, doesn't just stick to what they became popular for. And kind of, not saying that, you know, you're a rap artist and then you throw in some techno. I mean, as in, lyrically, you step your game up, you get more difficult beats to rap on that nobody else might be able to get on. So there's not a lot of, you know, covers, all that kind of stuff on your song.
Right.
But it's really just challenging yourself. And I feel like there's a few artists that did challenge themselves.
Okay. Justin, do you have a thought about it?
I appreciate artists that have cultivated a sound and can make an album where you can press play from number one and then go all the way through, which is why I like Dom Kennedy so much. Because a lot of people might not like his flow or his lyrical ability, but his albums are consistent. And they have a vibe to it, and when I'm in that vibe, I can play that album all day and it would just go. Like, it would, you know, I can listen to it all day. So I think that's what makes an artist great, is finding what makes you good and, like you said, evolving with that talent.
Very true. Okay, so another question that a lot of people have for us, which is kind of more of a funny question in my opinion, but they want to know when Jay-Z will retire, and is Beyonce close behind retirement? Because he's been in the game for a while, and you could say he was one of the ones that stepped up or really became that dude this year. So what do you guys think?
I think Beyonce's going to be around a little longer than Jay-Z.
Okay.
Because usually singers stay around a little bit longer. Because at a certain time, I think rap's kind of, you can only talk about certain things so much. And you can sing about a whole bunch of different stuff. And that's just my personal opinion. But I feel like Beyonce has a couple pinnacles to reach that she hasn't gotten to. And I feel like
Right.
Jay-Z has already gotten there.
Okay. Nick, do you agree with Tina?
for timing, yes. I feel like Jay-Z has a bunch of pinnacles he still hasn't reached.
But what?
I feel like they're both not going to be doing anything anytime soon with little Blue running around.
Little Blue. All right. Well, as far as 2012 goes and albums and artists, that's pretty much it. And we are almost hitting our 10-minute time slot. So it's like we can't really express how much people have really stepped their game up. I think even with collabs, you know, we mentioned Frank Ocean, but his collaboration with Jay-Z and Kanye, crazy.
It was crazy.
You know, Usher and Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift and T.I.
Yeah.
That was
Biebs and Big Sean.
yeah, that was a crazy collab.
Drake and Justin.
Drake and
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, Drake
That
and
was
anybody
sauce.
really.
Yeah, Drake and anybody. One person
Kendrick
that
Lamar and A$AP Rocky.
there's actually a
I like
song.
what A$AP is doing.
Yes.
I don't like his hairstyle, but I like what he's doing lyrically.
Well, there's a song Taylor Swift has on her Red album with the new upcoming artist from Britain. His name's Ed Sheeran, and he's stepping his game up. He's actually a very, very
Dope.
he's good, and he's done a lot of collabs with Yellow Wolf and stuff like that, and he's just and he's getting out there. So problem is
Yes, Problem stepped his game up from his
lyrically too, though.
Lyrically,
It might be
like,
a little bit
They're
different,
problem
but
fans.
Problem's
Problem's
good.
great.
Nick has
Wow.
got me on problem,
Wow.
and I think that we're gonna probably conclude the show with that. I mean, there's a lot of people that stepped up 2012. We're looking for more people to step up in 2013. We want to continue to see hip hop coming back and better music,
Drake revived the game.
and pretty much, what did you say?
Drake revived the game. Thank
Yeah.
you for bringing music back.
Thank you,
After him,
Drake.
it's been nothing but real.
Okay. And that's a cool opinion. We want to hear your opinions. So comment on the video, share the video, like the video. But thanks for watching here at UNLV in the Student Union live at the turntables, and we're out. What was the song of the year, hands down? Song of the year. Sam?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Shouting in the back for Kendrick Lamar. Apparently. But okay, so who stepped up their game this year?
Tina's probably gonna judge me because when she plays this music in the car, I'll be like, turn it off. But when I get home by myself, I sing the words. And Taylor Swift,
Killed it.
she
Red
definitely
killed it.
not. Taylor Swift. I mean, not everybody listens to that, but Taylor Swift.
Which is kind of more of a funny question in my opinion, but they want to know when Jay-Z will retire. Right?